Wait, stop. The biggest upset nobody saw coming just happened in the BBL, and it's not what you think. A teenage sensation with zero experience just outplayed a franchise legend in a match that changed everything. You absolutely need to hear what's happening in Australian cricket right now, because this isn't just about wins and losses anymore. This is about the future of the entire sport clashing with its legendary past in real time. Stay with us, because Brendan Julian and Courtney Walsh are about to break down exactly why this final series is the most dangerous, unpredictable, and absolutely unmissable cricket you'll see all year. Call to action. If you want the real truth about the BBL finals, hit that subscribe button for all sports updates, because you're about to get insights nobody else is talking about. The energy inside the BBL finals is absolutely different this year, and both Brendan Julian and Courtney Walsh agree on one thing: the young guns have completely rewritten the rulebook. We're not talking about promising prospects anymore. We're talking about kids who are walking into high-pressure finals matches and performing like they've been doing this for 15 years. Julian breaks down the raw statistics, the explosive numbers that show these young players aren't just participating, they are dominating. The pace bowling from these teenagers is hitting speeds that rival the experienced fast bowlers, and their batting approach is refreshingly aggressive without being reckless. What makes this so fascinating is the contrast. These young players have grown up with T20 cricket as their default setting. They've consumed thousands of hours of franchise cricket footage online. They understand angles, field placements, and death bowling strategies before they even make their debut. Walsh points out that this generational shift represents something deeper than just talent. It's about confidence. These young athletes have confidence that was unthinkable in previous generations because they've literally watched every successful template on YouTube. They know what works because they've seen it executed 1,000 times by the best players in the world. But here's where it gets complicated. Youth comes with a price tag. These young players are making crucial errors in decision-making. They are overthinking in moments that demand simplicity. They are showing glimpses of brilliance followed by moments of complete vulnerability. The BBL finals have become this fascinating laboratory where raw talent collides with match awareness. Julian highlights a specific example of a young batter who scored 40 runs in the power play, then got out playing the most inexplicable shot in the final over. That's the duality of youth in franchise cricket. That's what makes this BBL final so unpredictable. Walsh adds that the learning curve for these young players is astronomical. They are absorbing information, growing, and adapting literally every single match. Some will crumble under pressure. Others will become the next era of superstars. The young guns aren't just shining because they are talented. They are shining because they are fearless, they are hungry, and they have absolutely nothing to lose. But then there's the flip side of this story, and this is where Brendan Julian and Courtney Walsh get really animated. The older stars aren't done yet. Not even close. The veterans, the franchise leaders with 10, 15, sometimes 20 years of experience, are pulling off the kind of performances that remind everyone why they became legends in the first place. There's a psychological warfare element that only experience can bring to a final series. These older players have been in situations where the pressure felt unbearable. They've lost matches they felt certain about. They've come back from massive deficits. They've executed the impossible in the dying moments of crucial games. That experience isn't just statistics. It's calm under fire. It's the ability to smile when facing a ridiculous bowling attack because you've faced ridiculous bowling attacks before. Julian emphasizes that the impact of these older stars extends beyond their individual performances. They are the anchors for the entire team structure. When a young player is panicking, the veteran steps up and says without words, "I've seen this before, it's fine, we've got this." Walsh points out specific moments where older players made unconventional decisions that turned matches upside down. A sudden declaration, a change in batting order, a calculated risk that defied conventional wisdom. These aren't reckless moves. These are educated gambles from players who understand the mathematics of cricket at a level that takes years to develop. The older stars are also the ones making crucial catches in the field, setting fields with surgical precision, and bowling overs that look ordinary on paper but are incredibly difficult to score from. There's a sophistication to their cricket that the young players are still learning. Julian and Walsh discuss how the BBL finals have become this beautiful narrative of generational transition. The old guard is proving they still have elite performances left in the tank. They are not fading gracefully into retirement. They are fighting, they are competing, and they are showing that age and experience are still formidable weapons in franchise cricket. The impact of these older stars is invisible in some ways and blindingly obvious in others. Their presence in the dressing room, their advice in break times, their leadership on the field, these are the things that help young players survive finals cricket. The BBL this year isn't about choosing between youth and experience. It's about both forces working together to create something special. What really strikes Brendan Julian and Courtney Walsh throughout this BBL final series is how these two forces interact dynamically. The young players push the older stars to prove they can still compete with modern cricket. The older stars show the young players what true professionalism looks like when the stakes are highest. This interaction creates matches that are completely unpredictable because you're never quite sure which version of a team is going to show up. Julian talks about a specific team composition where 5 of the 11 players are under 25 years old, and 3 are over 35. That team has become one of the surprise packages of the finals because the combination works. The youth provides explosive batting, adventurous field placements, and fresh legs in the field. The veterans provide stability, game reading, and clutch performances. What happens when these players bat together? Something extraordinary. The older players protect the young ones from bad balls and show them how to rotate strike. The younger players bring aggressive intent that puts pressure on opposing bowlers and forces fields to keep shifting. It's almost like watching chess played at light speed. Walsh makes an interesting observation about the pressure environment. Finals cricket in the BBL isn't just about winning individual matches. It's about momentum, narrative, and how you respond to setbacks. The young players are still learning how to handle losses. They sometimes take defeats too personally or not seriously enough. The older players have seen losing streaks before. They know that a single loss doesn't determine the final series. This wisdom is absolutely crucial in a shortened format where emotions run high and margins between success and failure are razor thin. Julian points out that the BBL finals are also showcasing a shift in how cricket is being played at a franchise level globally. The young players emerging in Australia are part of a worldwide phenomenon where teenage batting averages of 45 and bowling strike rates of 20 are becoming normal at the franchise level. This isn't just about Australian cricket anymore. This is about the entire sport adapting to a new era. The older players are the bridge between traditional cricket values and this new aggressive framework. They are teaching young players how to be fierce without being foolish, how to attack without losing fundamentals. The BBL finals have become a masterclass in how cricket evolves while maintaining its essential character. As Brendan Julian and Courtney Walsh wrap up their discussion, there's a clear consensus emerging. The BBL finals this year represent a pivotal moment for Australian franchise cricket. The young guns have shattered any notion that you need years of experience to perform in high-pressure finals matches. They've shown that hungry, prepared, and confident young athletes can absolutely compete at the highest levels. But simultaneously, the older stars have proven that cricket at the elite level is more than just hitting harder and running faster. It's about understanding the game at a deeper level. It's about knowing when to be aggressive and when to be cautious. It's about reading opponents and situations with precision that comes only from experience. Julian emphasizes that the BBL finals are also sending a message to the international cricket community. Australian cricket has managed something incredibly difficult. It's developing young talent while maintaining squad depth with experienced players. This balance isn't easy to achieve. Many countries struggle with gene-rational transitions. They either invest too heavily in youth and lose immediately, or they cling to experience and miss the transition entirely. The BBL is doing both simultaneously. Walsh brings the conversation to a personal level, discussing how young players will look back on these finals years from now as the moment everything changed for them, the same way older players remember specific finals series that defined their careers. This BBL finals series is creating memories, building identities, and establishing narratives that will follow these players for decades. The story isn't over yet. The young guns will keep pushing harder. The older stars will keep fighting back. And somewhere in that beautiful collision of youth and experience, Australian cricket is evolving into something more dynamic, more unpredictable, and more entertaining than ever before. You just heard the real breakdown from Brendan Julian and Courtney Walsh. This is what the BBL finals actually mean. Don't forget to subscribe to all sports updates for more insights that go deeper than the surface level. Your sports analysis just got smarter. See you next time.